But gotta talk serious talk for a bit here, guys. Okay. Here's the deal. This month was the worst month ever for YouTube, and I say this every January, and every January it's true. YouTube every year ad revenue goes down more. It's not changing anytime soon. YouTube is a significant big chunk of my income. I need that money to pay my bills.
Business-wise, things are going good. Business-wise, my streams are doing well. I'm making more money, right? Twitch is actually growing every month. I'm making more money on Twitch, which is good. It's great, and I'll be honest, from then on, for the rest, every month, more subscribers, more viewers, more revenue. Every single month that I've been doing this on Twitch, it's gotten better, okay?
And ad revenue on Twitch is not great. Even if I were to run a ton of ads, I barely make any money.
Fuck! From what I've seen, YouTube is just keep going on the downward scale. It's funny because my views on YouTube this month were actually much higher than the last 2 to 3 months. And I know that sounds weird, but yeah, even those months when I had new releases, my views were actually better this month. Because I did various different things, you know. Yes, there were new releases with Resident Evil 2, as the game sucks. They made a terrible fucking boss fight. There's nothing you can do. There's no way to avoid the grab. And now Kingdom Hearts. But that was balanced with fun, chill stuff, my year-end series. For whatever reason, my attendance and viewership on YouTube views were up. The problem is, YouTube has no ads. And I actually noticed for the first 3 weeks of this month, I was putting out hour-long gameplay videos. And those videos were only getting 1 or 2 ads on them.
When in reality, they should be getting 5, 6, 7 ads on them.
They were barely getting any ads. And because of that, revenue on YouTube, terrible. Absolutely, awful. And, the good news is that I don't necessarily just rely on YouTube revenue. Thank God. It's not like it used to be. In fact, primarily I rely on you guys on Twitch. For Twitch this month, it was about an average month. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It's been at least about an average month. Today's being the last streaming day of the month for January. I can basically tell you at this point, it looks like it's pretty much an average month for streaming on Twitch, which is good because there was very few new releases, right? So hopefully that means that when there's months of entire new releases, things will pick up a bit. But for now, on Twitch, it was good. Why would I go back to Twitch, where Twitch TV is literally a business model
based off of begging?
I make roughly half of my income from YouTube, from DSP gaming in general, and then I make about half of my income from
begging.
So I get up and I run across, I'm not even dressed. I'm serious. I'm in like my underwear. Huh? However, I'm in a situation now where things are not going very well. Okay? And let me explain what I mean by that. Basically what I mean by that is the following. Resident Evil 2 did pretty good here on Twitch. People showed up, people contributed, it was great. Kingdom Hearts, yesterday, didn't go so well. And what I mean by that is, yeah, attendance was alright. Contributions were alright. But, in general, I know what's happening with Kingdom Hearts 3 is that people are staying away from the streams. In fact, I've seen a ton of people message me, on Twitter, even here in the stream chat recently, and saying, Phil, we appreciate you playing Kingdom Hearts 3. We want you to play Kingdom Hearts 3. We're going to watch your playthrough. But, much like we did with God of War last year, okay? Kingdom Hearts 3 is a huge game that we've been waiting for some time.
Thanks to him, this is
March 2019. So you can post those up, immediately for a chance to get them answered. If you want to be guaranteed to get your question answered on the next show, you got to pledge to my Patreon. If you pledge a $20 pledge to my Patreon, you can ask multiple questions, and they're guaranteed to be answered on the next episode of Ask the King.
Yeah, that's right. This guy is asking for $20 to answer questions. $20. Look at him. I mean, seriously, look at him. He's a fat guy in a cowboy hat that's like fucking, like, playing games and talking over them. And you gotta give him $20 to ask questions. What are you, Jesus?
Well, I lose because I listened to Swaggins and he fucking didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Seriously. He told me to use it to stun him and then hit him after. Oh, I said to use it when he's stunned. No, you didn't. I did it already if I just done it for myself.
That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
I was yelling and screaming and saying, it's all your fault and you gotta, send me freaking, funds and stuff. It was just me saying, you want videos on YouTube? Pledge to Patreon. And right now, I need money to pay bills. I need that money, I really do. I need that money to pay my bills. This kind of shit needs to come out. This kind of shit needs to be exposed for what it is. Talk about a cash grab. Get the fuck out of here. It's all a scam. Stop scamming people. Phil's a scam artist. This thing is a complete scam. It's a scam. Outside of that, I just want to assure all of you that as I continue to play Kingdom Hearts 3 over the course of this next week, which I will be doing, you will not have to worry about my streams being basically bombarded with a bunch of shitheads. Why am I toxic? More toxic coming in and saying negative stuff about the game just to shit on the game. It's okay to come in and have a valid criticism and say, man, this isn't my cup of tea or I don't like it. It's another thing to sit here for 3.5 hours and just constantly shit on the game just for the sake of being negative. And just so you guys know, this did happen earlier today on the first stream. And come to find out, no big fucking surprise. It was a planned thing that my detractors planned to do. They wanted people to come into the premiere stream and basically see a bunch of people being negative about the game so they would leave and not watch the rest of the playthrough.
You don't see them on someone's channel page. You don't see them in your new videos feed. They're just like phantom videos. Alright?
And that's YouTube's fault. So who gives a shit if anyone watches on YouTube, right? That's kind of the attitude I'm taking. Because I've been here for 10 years. I rely on YouTube income to make my living. I need this income. Lol.
YouTube is apparently aware of the situation. Probably doesn't have a fix for it, because they never do. They'll probably fix it moving forward, but probably won't fix the stuff that's screwed up. So for me, it's really annoying, but my playthrough of Resident Evil 2, Part 1, apparently never showed up for the standard viewer.
But for me, part 1 of the playthrough was like, that's do or die. That's going to be the part that's going to get the most views out of the entirety of the playthrough. There's no way I can not have, monetization on part 1. That's insane, okay? I have to be able to monetize part 1. It's the part everyone watches.
You know, you go to my YouTube page, where is part 1? I see parts 2 through 6. The truth is that the video is live. There's nothing wrong with it at all. You can easily watch it. But what you need to do is not just go to the channel page and expect it to be there. You need to go to the playlist. Okay? The playlist is live. The playlist has been live since yesterday afternoon. And I always put my videos in playlists on YouTube. It baffles me that in 2019, people don't even understand playlist functionality. Like,
I'm not trying to insult you. I'm trying to actually explain to you how stupid you are so that you'll realize it.
I would probably almost never watch a one-off video on YouTube unless it just showed in, like, related results or whatever. If I'm going to watch a series of anything, a playthrough or whatever, you're got to use a playlist, right? So for me, it's kind of like, people don't understand playlists even exist. That's a little frustrating because every single video game playthrough I put into a playlist, and every playthrough, I edit my channel page, DSP Gaming, so youtube.com/DSP Gaming. I edit the page every day to make sure that the latest playthrough is live on that page and in a playlist. So the truth of the matter is, guys, you shouldn't just rely on YouTube stupid sub-functioning and sub-feed to work. You shouldn't rely on any of that crap. You should just go to DSP Gaming every day and just check and see what's new via the channel page. The channel page will always be updated and accurate for you because I go the extra mile. You know, a lot of other YouTubers don't do that. They just upload a video and just leave it, and they don't care. I always make sure everything is in line in a playlist, and I reorder the channel page every day to make sure that it's there for you live. Alright? So that being said, the playthrough is live on YouTube, so if you have not gotten caught up with the, I don't even know what to call it, from yesterday, the grueling, painstaking gameplay, you should get caught up.
Then Hardy Buck Cheers, remember what you said? Remember when you said you never rage quit in the entirety of your existence? That was funny. It was funny, and the reason it was funny is because people took it completely out of context in order to try to make me a liar, when in reality I was being truthful. What I said was that I had never rage quit in the entirety of my existence in regards to fighting games. Special shout out to YouTubers talking shit about me in vlog videos, apparently yesterday and today, calling me a rage quitter when I've never rage quit ever in my entirety of existence on YouTube. Never once rage quit, ever. Well, apparently people think I'm a rage quitter. Because the whole discussion was around me apparently being a rage quitter in Street Fighter. But people took it out of context to say I had never quit playing a game ever, which was completely false and I had never said that. And then they basically tried to make montages of me quitting games and everything and say, oh, so he feels a liar. That's called people being pieces of shit. Why am I toxic? More toxic to literally take something out of context and make me sound like I'm saying one thing when I'm not. The entire discussion was in regards to me rage quitting in Street Fighter, which I had never done. I even have video evidence of how many thousands of matches of me playing Street Fighter, and even though a connection was terrible, or I was raging at how bad it was, I never rage quit. I'm good at lying.
It was pretty funny. I completely agree with you, Hardy Buck, because people were idiots and moronically watched videos of people taking it out of context of the conversation, thinking that I was a liar when in reality I wasn't, but people are that gullible and stupid. So that's all I have to say about that.
Over 1,800 milligrams of sodium. This is one of the saltiest things.
Alright, so Hardy Buck cheered again. He said, ever had an incident with a troll, not in chat, but in public? No, never. Not a single time. Nope. And, you know, I've been to conventions and stuff. The thing is, the conventions that I went to, mostly people going there were fans who wanted to meet me. I'm sure there were some trolls, but they never bothered me in real life. And, you know, outside of that, it's very simple. People who want to troll on the internet want to do it because they can anonymously do it and get away with it, and there's no consequence. If trolls had an actual risk of something going bad for them because of what they were doing, they wouldn't do it. It's that simple, you know? No one's going to come up and do something to you in real life when in reality...
They could either, number one, get their ass beat... Oh my god!
What the fuck? Whoa! Whoa!
I am very much a man of the people. The grease man. The man of grease, covered in grease. I'm like the man's man. I am the strongest. I'm just fucking a dude. Obviously, if you run into me, you're gonna be in trouble.
Or number two, go to jail for what they're doing. You know what I mean? No one's going to fucking put up with that, and they're not going to do it. What they want to do is sit behind their keyboard or their phone and do it anonymously so that they can get away with it, and there's zero repercussions for what they do, yet they know that they have concretely hurt you through their actions over the internet. You know? That's what constitutes a troll in reality. Or else after that, you're not a troll, you're actually a criminal. Actually walking up to someone and verbally abusing them to their face or hitting them or whatever is illegal. You can't do it. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're internet tough guys. Exactly. Internet tough guys. But they're never going to do anything in person because they know better. They don't want to go to jail. You know what I mean? They're not going to risk their own personal livelihood for the sake of trying to get someone's goat. You know, but they'll do it over the internet completely safe. So.
Phil and his girlfriend aren't doing well because she sleeps in it. Downstairs, she's sleeping upstairs. Ha 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 ha.
Except that Uzi Go Hard did a 300-bit cheer and asked, does Claire turn you on in this game? No. Virtual characters that don't exist don't turn me on. And I have a very beautiful girlfriend who lives with me, who I enjoy sharing my life with. And I have noticed, I have no lustful, crazy feelings over virtual characters. It's so stupid, you know. If I were a teenager, maybe I would say, oh my god. But no, she's a virtual character. Okay? Relax.
I haven't had sex in ages.
Okay, Pidaris just did a 50-bit cheer and says, you're keeping your cool is the equivalent of your haters leaving you alone. Well, the thing is, there's a difference between raging and keeping your cool. You can rage but still keep your cool. Meaning, you can rage but still persevere because you can hunker down and actually still play well and or just get lucky. When you lose your cool, basically everything falls apart. You can't play anymore, you're fucking gonna rip stuff apart, throw stuff, swear, and you can't play the game, you're just making stupid mistakes. And that's what I hope not to do, okay? Hardy Buck cheers. Someone sent me a letter calling me every name under the sun. Remind me of the time someone sent your parents a letter. What did it say? It said stupid shit. And my parents hilariously laughed at it, you know? But I give you one hint of what it said, because my dad laughed so hard, okay? Here's the truth. He said,
one thing that apparently someone wrote in a letter to my parents was, are you aware, this was recent by the way, this is actually a recent thing that happened. They said, are you aware that Phil is saying that he wants to visit you in 2019? This was in 2018, by the way. Are you aware that Phil wants to visit you in 2019? And he's basically saying that your health is bad, and he's using that as like, a way to get sympathy with his viewers or something, right? Even though I've told you guys, any trip that I make to see my parents this year will not be anything that you guys funded whatsoever. Zero.
Really?
My parents have already said they're going to help me with that and they're going to take care of it. It has nothing to do. They know my situation financially. They're not going to make me pay for anything. They'll take care of that. So anything that you guys contribute directly contributes to my streams and my taxes and my stuff, not to that. All right. And I've already said that up front. But someone actually contacted my dad and was like, are you aware that Phil is using your health as like a thing for sympathy? And my dad actually said to me on the phone, he's like, well, it's true. He's like, we are in bad health. We want you to come visit us. So how does this guy think that this would like piss me off or whatever? This is absolutely 100% true. The situation is that we're not in very good health. We want you to come visit us, and we want to meet Kat. And we don't understand what, he was like, I don't even understand what the purpose of this idiot was contacting me. He's like, I wish, and I was like, Dad, just relax. There's no point in even getting worked up about it. It's obviously an idiot. It's not like this person has like intelligent thought in their fucking head and would understand what they were trying to do. Apparently they think I'm a liar. They think I'm a liar and I made this up. So that if you were contacted about this, that you'd be shocked that I would be saying stuff like this, when in reality, it's actually true. Okay, where's the evidence? Present evidence of what you're saying.
But that's the deal. It's just so stupid, so dumb. But anyway, the bottom line is my dad laughs all that shit off. There's been things over the years. That's certainly not the only case. There's been many things over the years that have happened, and he laughs it all off. The thing is, he knows everything. I tell my parents everything. I call them once a week. I inform them of everything that's going on in my life. If there's anything that ever happens on YouTube or Twitch, I tell them. If there's something that happens behind the scenes financially, I tell them. I tell them how things are going with me and Kat. They know everything. I actually keep very well in contact with them. So when people try to do stupid shit like that, I'm going to go behind Phil's back, I'm going to tell Phil's parents what's really going on. They already know, stupid.
Oh, you're gonna get salt, 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 salt. It's even now, again, my mouth overpowered with salt flavor.
Eternal Napalm did another 100-bit cheer. This is what's up with these detractor memes. These idiots come up with the dumbest shit. They don't even make any sense. Yeah, I agree. They do it for... That's what I mean, like, at some point, a meme becomes a meme just because everyone knows it, rather than it making sense or actually being funny. I know that. Therefore, it's popular. I must be part of something popular. So it is now a meme. I would say that it was a meme to hate on me on YouTube with This Is How You Don't Play, you know? If you do larger tips, they take less. So for example, if you're gonna, I'm gonna tip Phil a certain amount today or whatever. If you tip me a larger tip, it takes less than if you do a bunch of dollar tips. So just to forewarn you, because I know it's annoying that, you know, you're trying to send help, and then PayPal keeps taking cuts. But I've noticed that for some reason, PayPal takes a ton out of dollars, but takes very little out of larger ones, so just a heads up.
Make them bigger so that way they're more significant, you know? It's greed. It's greed. Greed is massively strong. I have no fucking self-control.
Yeah, I know. A lot of streamers put on by default that if you're gonna tip them, you have to cover the processing fee. I don't.
What?
I'm appreciative of anything I get. DDO428 just said, can you get a sponsor? Most of the app companies will sponsor anyone. No. Sadly, I can't because I had a lot of sponsorship opportunities last year, and they all were canceled on me because of people trolling the fuck out of the companies.
I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct.
Basically, as soon as I announce a sponsorship, these assholes who stalk me go to that company and harass them on social media, and none of the companies want that, so then they just back out. And it happened 2 times to me last year, so I've had enough about this. Enough of that. Alright, Bloody River just sent me $9 and says, do the dab.
So now I do my celebratory tips dab. There you go.
Alright, we hit 250 tonight. I'll do a double dab. Well, thank you, Fallen Hero. Just gave me a really nice compliment. He said, you're my favorite streamer because despite bullshit that you push through, you put out good content and are mostly positive despite the shit that people take out of context. Well, thank you for that, Fallen Hero.
And I also agree with you. I'm mostly positive. I'm not 100% positive. I'm not. I'm human. I try really hard, and there's some days and some nights when, like, I'll get overcome by the shit, you know? And it sucks when that happens. Like, last night, I think that happened when I was playing Smash. And, you know, then you end up not having a good time. And it sucks that I know that people, you know, are here to have a good time. It sucks that a stream might come off as negative or shitty when otherwise that's not really how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? But that's life, you know? I'm not perfect. I strive to be better. I really do feel that I get better when I learn from this stuff, right? That was good.
Pidaris has cheered again and said, just a thought, if you tried to get sponsorship with a big company, would it be different? Like when you did ACO, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, sponsor stream, nobody tried to slander you because Ubisoft was too big to care about it. Oh no, that's false, they did. Apparently they all tweeted Ubisoft. I saw people, I will never support you again because Darkside Phil's playing your game and you're paying him to play your game. How could you? We hate him and we're never gonna support. I saw shit like that. Now Ubisoft is huge, you're right. They're not gonna give a shit about even a couple hundred people being assholes. They don't care about that. But the bottom line is, if you haven't noticed, I haven't been offered a single other sponsored stream since then, and that was October. It's been 2 months. So that stuff does negatively affect me, even though maybe Ubisoft didn't do nothing. When people saw that on social media, they're like, oh, fuck, we gotta get Phil out of that program. And I don't get offered it anymore. And it's directly a result of those asshole detractors doing that.
Basically the stream was very toxic. It sucked if those assholes didn't mess with me this year like that, I probably would have been able to do, I'm not even kidding you, like 10, 15 sponsored streams. False, wrong, incorrect.
150 on the calendar in the matter of Bassler versus Salamone.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ladies, have a seat, please.
Ms. Bassley, according to your complaint, you have 2 children. You met the defendant in February of 2010, and in relatively short order, he moved in with you and your children. And he wanted to propose marriage, but he had certain financial problems, and according to you, you loaned him some money.
Yes.
Things didn't work out. You want your money back.
That's correct.
Mr. Salamone says that never a discussion of paying back that money. Some of the money was used to buy a ring, which you'll explain, which you now have back. Is that right?
Yes.
And In addition, he says he paid $1,500 for your wedding dress, which you have, and he has no benefit from. He wants that $1,500 back, or the dress.
$1,500.
Or the dress. He moved in February when?
It was towards the end of February, around the 25th, 26th.
And when did you meet him?
February 5th.
So you knew him 20 days. How old are your children?
A year and a half and 8.
They have the same father?
2 different dads.
Where are their fathers?
My oldest one's father lives in the same town as me, and my youngest one's dad lives in town over from me.
So you would say it was an exercise in poor judgment that after 20 days you brought somebody else into the house?
Oh, definitely.
Have you done that before?
Never.
What do you claim he owes you money for?
When we first started talking about the engagement, he wanted to propose to me. He told me...
He wanted to propose to you on what date?
It was in the beginning of March.
So you knew each other about 3 weeks?
Yeah.
How many times have you been engaged, Miss Bassler?
I've been married once, and this was my second engagement.
How many times have you been engaged, Mr. Salomon?
Once before, and I guess we could call this an engagement if you want.
How many times have you been engaged before this one?
Once.
Did you give your fiancée a ring?
Yes, I did.
Is that the bill you had from the jewelry store?
Yes.
Who paid off that bill?
She did.
So she paid off the bill for an engagement ring that you bought for somebody else?
Yes.
Mr. Salomon, I know that you think that you're cute.
Yes, I do.
Not to me.
Okay.
Not to me. To me, you're just a wise guy that probably doesn't earn a living, that's been getting along on his good looks, that probably isn't too bright, and that probably, unless he changes his ways, isn't going to amount to much unless they start paying people for dimples. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now,
I'll take what I can
let's,
get, yeah.
let Mr. Salomon, just so that we understand each other, one of us, unless they change their attitude, is going to end up looking like a fool at the end of these 9 minutes. I guarantee you it's not going to be me.
Okay.
We understand each other?
Yes.
Perfect.
That's telling them. That's telling them.
I gave him fair warning.
Yes, you did.
I gave him fair warning. Are you an only child?
No.
You have siblings?
Yes.
Younger or older?
Younger.
Are your parents alive?
Yes, they are.
Where do they live?
Amherst, Orchard Park.
They don't live together.
No, they don't live together, no.
Are they working people?
Oh, yeah.
What does your mother do?
Graphics designer. She owns her own business.
And what does your father do?
Works for law enforcement.
Works in law enforcement as a...
For New York State.
As a...
Confidential information.
He works as a confidential information.
Yes.
It's going to be like shooting ducks in a barrel. And what do you do for a living, sir?
Currently, me and my business partner started our own landscaping company.
When did you graduate from high school?
2003.
Did you go to college?
I did not.
Did you apply to college?
No, I did not.
What did you do in 2003?
I got a job right out of high school.
Doing what? Children?
No.
That's the only smart thing you ever said to me. Now, when were you engaged the last time?
2 years ago. Oh, you mean the very last time?
No. Prior to Miss Bassler.
About 2 years ago.
And what's the name of the jewelry store where you bought on credit the engagement ring?
Jared.
And that engagement terminated. What happened to the ring?
She gave it back to me.
And what did you do with it?
When I went to get the next ring, I traded it in, and...
So you held on to it?
Held on to it.
And you traded up for her ring?
Yes, I did.
But she paid off the balance of Jared because you couldn't trade it up unless the balance was paid off.
She insisted on having a ring.
No. That requires a yes or a no.
Yes.
Now, what do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse's aide.
You work full-time?
Part-time right now.
How do you support yourself?
By working.
No, you don't support yourself and 2 children being a nurse's aide.
Well, I get
part-time.
I get child support, too.
From whom?
Both their dads.
How much?
I get $200 a week for my youngest one and $100 for my oldest one.
Who do you live with?
Myself and my kids.
What's your rent?
I don't have a mortgage. I own my own home.
When did you purchase the home?
2 years ago.
From what money?
A settlement from when I was younger.
So you just have the expenses of running the house?
Yes.
How much was the settlement?
I get it over a period of years. It's $250,000.
And how much do you get every month?
I don't.
Or every year?
I get it every 5 years.
Every 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
It ranges. My first one was $30,000. The last one I got was $125,000, and that's what I used to purchase my home with.
And that's what you used to pay off his engagement ring with?
Yes.
Sometimes when you're looking at something, you say, gee, that looks delicious.
Yeah.
And you take a bite into it, and it turns out to be the worst piece of garbage you ever ate. You understand about that?
I understand.
Well, that's okay if you're alone. But if you have 2 children that you're responsible to take care of, and you have a little bit of money, because believe it or not, this money in the scheme of things and what it costs to raise a child is a little bit of money. You don't go around paying off his debts after you know him for 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you wanted an engagement ring, right?
Right.
And what was your discussion about the engagement ring?
We talked about what kind I wanted. He talked about when he was going to get it. The only thing I knew about anything was how much he needed for a down payment. He said
how much he needed for a down payment?
Yeah, for the ring.
That's because he's very successful. He and his cousin or brother or whoever in the landscaping business, they evidently haven't cleared their first million.
Mm-hmm.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Did you hear what I said?
As in,
through the middle doors, get out.
All right.
Probably one of the most irritating people I've met in a long time. Now I don't have to deal with him.
And later today,
she had given me the option to...
Judge Judy. Sarah Bassler says ex-fiancé Ryan Salamone owes for a loan for an engagement ring and for down payments for a wedding reception and a home. Ryan is countersuing for the balance of Sarah's wedding dress.
So you bought, in effect, your own engagement ring?
Basically.
Mm-hmm. Some women want an engagement ring that badly. And you put a deposit down on a place for the wedding.
Yes.
All out of your settlement money. Not too swift.
Not really.
And he put the wedding dress on his credit card.
Yes, he did.
Who's got the wedding dress?
I do.
How much did you put down on a place for the wedding?
$1,000.
Did he go with you when you put the $1,000 down?
Yes, he did.
What was the name of the place you went to?
It's a golf course.
And you went with Miss Bassler?
Yeah, I went there.
Yes, I went there.
Yes.
And you discussed the wedding?
Yeah, we discussed her and her ex-boyfriend's wedding, yes.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand what you just said to me.
We discussed a wedding, yeah.
What do you mean you discussed a wedding? Explain that to me, sir, and make it so that I understand it.
That's fine.
So that the 10 million people who are watching you now understand it.
That's fine. Well, she sent a text message to her friend sitting right there saying that she was going to marry her ex-boyfriend, and she was setting all this up to marry him. So, yeah, I went with her to look at the place where they were going to get married, and she bought the dress for their wedding and whatnot, and, you know, she had me buy this ring that she could wear and whatnot, so there you go.
Who are you?
The ex-girlfriend.
I'm his ex-fiancé.
You're his ex-fiancé?
Correct.
Good for you.
No, it'll happen again. That's why she's here.
She's gorgeous. Look at her.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Get out.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
Get out. Did you hear what I said?
As in...
Through the middle doors.
Oh.
Get out.
All right.
Your counterclaim, by the way, sir, as you're leaving is dismissed. Now I don't have to deal with him. Probably one of the most irritating people I've met in a long time. I don't see why he would have one fiancé, no less two. He's bad news. Really bad news. Going to give you nothing but grief if you hooked up with him again. That's up to you. I don't know you, so I really don't care. Just giving you a friendly piece of advice. Now, I don't think that you intended to get any money back from him. You bought this ring. It's what you wanted. He had no money. You knew he had no money. You knew he had no money. When he moved in with you, how much money did he pay you for rent? Nothing. He gave you money here and there. You're going to tell me, because it's going to be very easy for me to find out. How much money did he pay you for rent?
When he moved in, we made an agreement that he was going to pay the utilities.
How much money did he pay?
He was going to have to pay $450 a month.
How much did he pay?
He paid nothing.
Your case is dismissed. Bad judgment. That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He blames it all on me for some wedding that I supposedly set up with my ex-boyfriend.
Through a text message. She sent her friend a text message. Her friend showed it to me.
He went through my phone, went through my computer.
I didn't want to, make a fool out of her friend, so I stole her phone later that I bought her.
Just because I was talking to my daughter's father.
And I showed her the text while she was drunk, puking in the bathroom.
He stood there in a bar and told my best friend.
I was like, listen, this is unacceptable. Then she kicked me out.
That he was gay, and that's why the wedding wasn't going to happen.
I don't know, the whole thing's a joke. This girl's a mess. She's an alcoholic.
I'm not the one with the ex. He's the one with the ex, because she was here with him.
She took advantage of me. Completely broke. Stole my credit cards.
He told nothing but lies in the beginning. Oh, I'm a perfect man. I want to be settled down.
That's unbelievable,
This, that, and the other thing. It was all lies. It was all lies.
This is an idiot.
He'll get what he's got coming to him.
I don't know. What are you going to do?
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Lackey versus Cheney. Step forward, please.
22-year-old nanny, Alicia Lackey, is suing her former employer, Amy Cheney, for payment of her fee, lost wages, and bank fees.
Ms. Cheney, how old are your children?
My children are 3, 5, and 15. This is Christian, my 15-year-old.
You were going away on business?
Yes.
For how long?
I was asked to join a project, and they couldn't tell me how many business trips that I would have, but a 3 or 4 day business travel week occasionally. So I had a 3-day business travel week that I had planned.
And where do you live?
I live in Carrollton, Texas, Dallas.